Margaret's got the ability, I think, to get to the heart of what she's interested in the subject and creating a scene that's evocative, but with a minimal amount of detail. It's not really about creating something that's an exact copy of what she sees. It's sort of recognisable, but it's capturing the spirit of things rather than the minute detail, and there's humour in it too, of course.
To me, my work is to learn about myself. I think whatever you do, if you put yourself into it, you learn things about it. And there's always that spirit behind it, like a feeling. And it's amazing, people who see the work really pick up on that. Because I've had people go, I understand that tree, I've seen that tree, I know the birds. The landscape is amazing. The flora and the fauna is just beautiful and exquisite, and I've been lucky enough to meet people who've been able to take me around and explain it to me and show me, because I've got friends who are in National Park or marine scientists, entomologists, so I just get to see really special places and learn about them.
It's a sort of poetic thing. It's called When the Leaves Fall from the Trees, They Do Not Die. In Japan, there's a kind of wistful awareness of the passing of time and the seasons, and that life is short but sweet, so enjoy it when you can. So that's the kind of feeling that resonates through that. So I think Margaret, one of the hallmarks of her work is that she's got a sensitivity to place and to people and culture, and that certainly comes out in that work. Things dying and sinking to the bottom and then new life coming up and so on. So that kind of dynamic process in nature and the life cycle of things is always featured in her work.
Margaret Worthington, land, air, sand, sea, spirit, 40 years in Queensland.
Margaret's work is not merely decorative. It is very pleasant to look at and so on, but there is an underlying thought there often about what's going on in nature, about the dynamic forces of life and death or weather or survival for the animals, or the responsibility we have as humans.
Now, Margaret Worthington arrived in Gladstone in 1976 after sailing around the world from South Africa with her partner, Clive Rouse. Margaret has travelled widely, producing many different kinds of outstanding art. This exhibition and book exposes the full range of Margaret Worthington's art for the first time to a wide audience. We honour Margaret's contribution to Australian art over 4 decades, and we hope this project brings to her art the recognition it deserves.
The life of the mind and the spirit, and to be free has been what's been important for Margaret and Clive, and to pursue the sort of life that they wanted to lead, and to travel and to see the world and to do something interesting and worthwhile and fulfilling.
And how do you explain something like that? I read very widely, so I read philosophy, I read Buddhist literature, I read a lot of mystics and their understanding of spirit, and I do meditation, I go to workshops. But to do really good paintings, you really have to get in touch with yourself, because I go to places and I've come back and tried to paint, and for maybe 6 months, nothing works. So when you start painting, suddenly like you go, okay, something's opened in what I'm doing. And paintings, and I can do maybe 10 paintings. I do a series of where I've been. And through that, I look at that and I understand more about myself.
her thinking that her thoughts are circular, that in her end is her beginning, and wherever she's been, she's taken the idea of journeys and travels and explorations wherever she is.
I'll kind of just start painting, and then one thing will lead to the other. Then a door opens and you go, okay, this is where I need to go. Then you just follow it. I'm painting what I see and feel. I'm always amazed when people look at my work and go, look at that, I feel this, and I go, oh, that's interesting. You know, it's kind of what I wanted to put in there.
The universe is composed of subjects to be communed with, not objects to be exploited. Everything has its own voice. Thunder and lightning and stars and planets, flowers, birds, animals, trees, all these have voices, and they constitute a community of existence that is profoundly related.
I think you've just got to do your own bit and believe in yourself and work with people and try and encourage people to understand how wonderful the world is and try and look after it. I also think you have to be true to yourself and true to dealing with people and not get caught up in things. And sometimes it gets lonely, but you just got to go through that and be gentle and listen to the landscape. And the more you learn, the more you know you don't know, so you learn more. It's really interesting. Try and be honest and ethical. I think that comes out in your work, you know, because your mind's settled and you understand. I mean, I'm human. All of us do all kinds of things. But to have some kind of guiding belief. And over years, I've looked at that more and more and just understood where to go. My work is very bright and very free. Bright, carefree, but based on knowledge style, I think. And I'm just amazed where it takes people. And so, I've had people cry, to stand in front of a painting and cry, which is just fantastic. I love what I do, but to me, my skill is that I'll try and communicate what moves me, and hopefully that comes out to people and just show them the positives as well. I'm part of the earth. Why not use what I can do to make people feel better? To be free is not easy, you know, because you're the only person can tell you what you want to do, and it gets lonely. But the rewards are so good because you're learning about yourself, you're communicating to other people. Time has passed really quickly. In the journey, you don't realise how time's moving, but I'm really happy with where I've been and what I've done. It's been a real honour to have a book and an exhibition like that, and it's been so well received and people have been so supportive. It's just been really nice. You know, you kind of go, wow, people get what I wanted to do.